we go.
Hello.
Hello. It's always wonderful to begin with a smile. That's why I do the countdown like that. Hello and welcome, everybody. I'm Rachel.
Hello.
And this is Simone.
I'm Simone.
Hey. And we were just laughing, just in case you didn't think it. So I do a countdown for going live because, I mean, some people clap, some people do a countdown, but I do 3, 2, 1, lift off. And it just makes me happy. And, you know, the more happiness we add to our lives, anyway, it made you giggle, then, you know, why not? How does
We're
it get?
starting already the profit, no?
Yes, exactly. It's all about profit when we're willing to enjoy things, to have the laughter, the ease, the relaxation, the willingness to play and to profit.
Yeah. So Rachel, what is profit to you?
Oh my goodness. It's truly this wealth of being. It's seeing possibilities wherever you look. It's noticing that there is so much more around than anything that we could, you know, box up and limit and linearize and categorize and, you know, weigh and measure and all of that. There's, yes, of course, in a business setting, you can have, you know, the spreadsheets and the this and the that. And there's so much more as well. And profit is, for me, this spaciousness of so much is available if we're willing to be present and we're willing to receive and we're willing to, you know, shake it, boogie, do something about it, take action. What's profit for you, Simone?
Like, for me, it's really like that inclusion of future. And there's also so much energy, like the earth, like that generative energy. That's to me like profit. Like there's always that growth, that receiving. It's not linear. It's just going wild.
Yes.
And like tapping into the energy of the Profit Club for me is like, wow, I'm just like, what would it take for having like 10,000 or more people around the globe for 1 year, playing with it and this energy and saying yes and receiving and asking for more and being like nature. I'm like, what is possible?
Yeah, it's really funny. Like if you go out and garden, so I'm over a little ravine here and it's full of like grasses and nasturtiums and other things. And I know that if I go in there and I pull some weeds out or whatever some people call weeds, I'd pull some things out of there and there'd be an empty patch. In no time, flat, something would come and grow. Something would say, oh, here, there's a space for something different to show up. There's a space for me to show up. Hey, I don't care if it's, you know, all in a line or what this person thought or that. I'm just showing up and growing. Sun, earth, you know, air, water, whatever. I'm here. And there's this exuberance that nature invites us to, and this knowing, you know, this trust in self and this knowing that there's so much available and possible. You know, the name of this is really interesting too, the Profit Club. It isn't the problem solving club. It isn't that you're fucked up club. It isn't that there's something wrong with you and you better come to this, man. You better show up and you better fix the shit that's going on your plate. Yes, we may be fucked up in some ways. I get that. But it isn't about being fucked up. It's about, okay, this is where I've gotten myself to one way or another with my choices. And now what's next? And now it's going to grow here. It's going, I'm going to blow this stuff out of the water and I'm willing to play, to profit, to see possibilities, to be a different energy in the world and to play in a different way in the world. And so to me, this invitation, and you and I are both veterans of Simone's memberships, I guess that's called, because we both started when she made the announcement for one in, I think it was December of 2020. You know, the world was nuts. Everybody was home alone for the most part.
It was even before. I guess it was before, because I was at a foundation class and it was in person in Vienna. It must be before COVID.
No, I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
We were allowed to be together at that time, so
Oh,
because
so
I was
then
sitting in a restaurant like only 100 people can be like, let's be first.
yes, let's sign up. And yeah, it was this really interesting membership idea. It was all new. Not very many people spoke about membership stuff before, and I saw that and it was like, wow, this looks amazing. I think I was person number 2 that signed up, and I was part of it, and it was such a huge part. It still is a huge part of my life. I go back to my Kajabi and go, what would I like to listen to from Simone today? And I scroll and whoop, this one, and hop on and listen. And there's always some golden nugget that's talking directly to what's going on in my life at that moment. Love that about having, all of this stuff available. But the gift of those calls with her and the willingness to see the world in a different way, and having this, one of the huge gifts for me in the memberships with Simone, because the membership changed names a couple of times and iterations, but we sort of stayed grandfathered in from just start to everything that she was creating. I got to see the world in a different way. I got to see a different perspective, and one that opened up the way that I could receive and notice things and have ease in the world. And that's been such a gift. Simone's presence and vulnerability as she's exploring, to invite us to co-explore with her, has been phenomenal.
Yeah, that's what I love too about memberships. Like, we all grow, not just the participants. You also can see how the facilitator is shifting, changing, transforming, and with her, it's like, as you said, like if you're in those memberships, there's just a closer way to gift and receive with this person. And yeah, she has changed so much over the years. Like, wow.
Yeah. As have we.
We all. But yeah, sometimes it's easier to see in others. And so.
Yeah, very much so. It's a lot easier to see in another person than to see in ourselves. But if we admire it in someone else, and we admire it in Simone, and we notice when it's coming up, hey, that's pretty cool. It's an us also. So that I love that. I love that. And it's, wow, there's something else that I really enjoyed in the Just Start membership and all of its iterations, the change, action, and contribution, and the contribution membership. And it was this, we were a group of people that really contributed to one another, really engaged with one another, really played with and invited and were there for one another with whatever was coming up. And still periodically, even though it's been like a year or so since it ended, someone will post something in the chat and the rest of us contribute. It's such this gorgeous, we got you net of people. And to have the membership be, this one is considered about profit, right? And so, yes, there will be business things. Yes, there will be all sorts of things related to profit with business and beyond business, with being, the being profit in the world, which is such an invitation and something so different. And to take that from the 2 calls that we'd have a month with Simone and whatever else she's adding in, because she said she'll be peppering in and sprinkling in different things. And then with the group of people who are engaged in it, all willing to be that energy and exponentialize that energy with one another and beyond. Holy fuck. Yeah. You're like, wow, how cool will that be?
Like, to me, I heard the name like the Profit Club, and to me it was like fluid gold, just like, woo, like nurturing, contributing, going everywhere. Like, it's, yeah, that's what I perceive. And like, I had just last year that aha of like, there's a way to survive and then there's a way of thriving.
Yes.
And we are so trained with survival, but actually, if you are choosing to have thrival, then you include beauty, you include gold, all these things that are just there to contribute to us. They're not necessary, that's true, but necessary leads you to survival. Is that
And
enough? Or
attraction, really attraction, because you settle for things. You settle for problem solving. You settle for surviving is just barely making it through rather
but it's
than
oftentimes like, how often are we acknowledging what the actual choice is? Like, of course, there are things that are not necessary. That's true. But will they add to your life to thrive more? Like, that's what I'm like. I am asking for a thrival, for like way more, a greater life, like more of everything, actually.
it's like the functionality of having sex for reproduction. So copulation for reproduction versus copulation and orgasm, and just this joy, this like lust for life and living. That's more like profit. And sorry, I'm taking it there, but it's that visualization of, it's just this functional thing that we have to do for survival of the species, or this like, wow, this amazing playtime, this joy, this beauty in being alive, that's so very different than what I have to do, what I must do, what I'm obligated to do.
Yeah. And to me, it's also like to break that cycle of the old patterns of the past, of my family. I can perceive there's certain things I can choose. There is no one else I know, or like from my family, that got there. Like, it's just like, if I would like to have something different, I make a different choice. And like the Profit Club is such an easy choice, I would say, like for $28 a month. But just tap into the energy. What can open up for you there if you say yes to this?
Yeah. Because you'd be surrounding yourself in that lustful, luscious, playful possibility energy. And that can affect everything. I love that.
Yeah. And if you see this video, please comment. Like, if you tap into the energy of the Profit Club, what does it spark in you? I'm curious.
Yeah. It's such an odd name, because most people wouldn't, they speak about problem solving. This is how to get over 5 steps to get over your depression, 6 steps to, have a better bottom line or whatever. But the Profit Club, like, wow, exploring possibilities and receiving in a dynamically different way. What does that bring up for everybody? And yeah. And if it's fun for you, share it. Let people know about it. I mean, how much more fun would it be to get together with people and speak about possibilities with your friends, neighbors, whatever, rather than, oh, did you hear about this terrible thing that happened to this, horrible person and all of the stuff that's going on with them? Yeah. I'd certainly enjoy the possibility conversation so much more. And what would it be like if there were more of us?
And especially like, like sometimes the direct surrounding is full of what you just said, but like there are people around the world that are asking for something different, and let's come together and build a new world
together right now. Yeah. Oh, I can't even remember the rest of the words, but I love that. To come together. Awesome. So thank you, everybody who's watched this live or watched this later. And double thank you if you are sharing this or letting us know your thoughts down below. And we're very excited for, when does this open? Doors open April 1st, which is like in 8 days.
I mean, you can sign up on the wait list right now. Then you will not miss when we actually open.
When the doors open. Yep, that's
and
true.
And then the official, the start is at the 8th of April.
The first call is the 8th of April, but the doors open. The wait list is open now, and you can go there going to www.simonemilasas.com/Profit Club. If you've not heard of Simone Milasas, go to SimoneMilasas.com. She has written some phenomenal books, including The Joy of Business, including getting out of debt joyfully, including relationship done different, and others as well. You can see and learn. She's got a phenomenal podcast also, so you can get to know a little more of her flavor. She's got a great YouTube channel with a lot of stuff there. You can find the links to everything on her website. But if you want to hop into the Profit Club with her, go to SimoneMilasas.com/Profit Club. All the tools are access consciousness tools with the energy and the presence that is Simone with all of them. And how cool is that?
And if you have any questions of any kind, reach out to one of us. We're here and like happy to contribute whatever is required.
We're happy to contribute. We're happy to confuse. We're happy to play with you. We're happy to have fun and happy to profit with all of you too. So how does
we're happy to profit with all of you guys. That would be amazing.
Yes, it would be amazing. We like that. It is wonderful. And we get to play. So hey, how it get better?
Very serious, everything. You see it.
Yes. So thank you. And
thank you so much. Bye.
Bye, everybody.